somewhere in the 4% interest rate range, but that's just too low. Like, hello? Why would I ever settle for less than 5%? I'm not here for convenience. I'm here to make as much free money as I possibly can. That's all I'm saying. So grab a pen, grab a notebook, take some notes, because I'm about to put you on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lex, and today I'm gonna be putting you guys on to the best top 5 high yield savings accounts that are out and available today. So grab a pen, grab a notebook, take some notes, because I'm about to put you on. So if you watched my how I saved $10,000 video, I'll link it up here so you guys can go check it out if you haven't already. But if you've seen it, then you would know that I was on the hunt for a high yield savings account, the best high yield savings account that's out there, and it took a lot of research, hours and hours and hours of research, but I finally found the best high yield savings account for myself. And in the process of looking through what's out there, I found a few other accounts that are pretty good as well. So the top 4 things that I was looking for in a high yield savings account was, number 1, the interest rate had to be high, babe. Like 4 point anything percent was not going to cut it for me. I needed 5% minimum. 5% minimum, because there's so many banks out there that are offering 5%. Why would I ever settle for less than 5%? I know a lot of people mention like SoFi, Bank, American Express, Capital One, which are offering like somewhere in the 4% interest rate range, but that's just too low. Like, hello? Why would we settle when we could get more money? You know what I mean? I guess for like convenience, some of those banks are good, but I'm not here for convenience. I'm here to make as much free money as I possibly can. So yeah, number 1, it had to be over 5% interest. Number 2, it had to be FDIC insured, which basically means that your money is insured up to $250,000 for most banks, which is what we need, because it's like, this is my hard-earned money. I got to make sure there's insurance on it, it's protected, and all that good stuff. Number 3, I needed no maintenance fees. I'll be damned if I have to pay a fee for me to keep my money with a certain bank. That don't make no sense. You guys need to pay me for having my money in your bank account. Thank you. And number 4, I was looking for a bank that did not require a minimum balance, or if they did require a balance, a very low balance, to maintain the account, because if I ever needed to take, a bunch of money out of my account for an emergency or anything like that, I didn't want to be penalized for that. I didn't want them to, close my account if my balance was under a certain amount or anything like that, or any fees. Once again, no. So those were the main 4 things that I was looking for in my high yield savings account, and all of these banks that I'm mentioning today, they do kind of fall within those guidelines. So I found the best of the best. Little disclaimer that I want to make before we get into the video: all of these banks do have a variable interest rate, not a fixed interest rate, basically meaning that the interest rate can go up or down at the bank's discretion based on economic conditions, the market, and whatever else. So just know that these rates are not set in stone. I couldn't find any high yield savings account that had a fixed rate, to be honest. I think that that's pretty rare. So just know that these are the rates as of today, but tomorrow it could go down or it could go up. So now that all of that is out of the way, let's get into the nitty gritty. So at number 5, we have Betterman Bank. They have a 5% interest rate. It costs $0 to open the high yield savings account, and it's $0 required to maintain the account. No maintenance fees. Member FDIC, insured up to $2 million, period. Interest compounds monthly, and they've been open since 2008. I actually know someone who does bank with Betterment, and they love their account. They're like so happy with it. They're always bragging about it. So that just gives it a little bit more credibility to be a pretty good high yield savings account. At number 4, we have Tab Bank. They're paying 5.2% interest. It costs $0 to open the high yield savings account, and 1 cent is required in the account to maintain it. There are no maintenance fees, and they are member FDIC. They've been around since 1998, and they have a pretty good track record. Here I will insert the graph that I found of just how their interest rate has fluctuated over the years, and as you can see, there hasn't been much movement, so that's a really good sign. At number 3, we have Basque Bank. They're paying 5.10% interest. You can open this bank account with $0, and you do not have to have a certain amount of money in there to maintain the account. Interest compounds daily, which means that you'll get a little bit of a higher return than if interest were to compound monthly, just a little bit extra. They've been around since 1999, and they also have a pretty good track record. Here is the graph of how their interest rate has fluctuated over the past couple of months. Once again, not much movement, so that's a great sign. At number 2, we have Western Alliance Bank. They're dishing out a whopping 5.31% interest, but there is $500 required to open this account, but only a minimum balance of 1 cent to maintain the account. They are member FDIC. There's no monthly maintenance fees. Interest compounds daily, and they've also been around since 1999. My cousin also banks with Western Alliance Bank. He loves it. He hasn't had any complaints. He also did a lot of research before picking out his bank account, and that's the one he landed on, and that's actually the highest interest rate that I've seen during my research recently. And last but certainly not least, what I think is the best high yield savings account out there based on, my research is UFB Direct. So when I signed up, they were paying 5.25% interest. Unfortunately, they are down to 5.15% interest, but it's still a really good bank. It costs $0 to open, $0 minimum balance to maintain the account. No maintenance fees, of course. They are also member FDIC. Interest compounds daily, and it's paid out at the end of each month. They've been around since 1999. They also give you a bank card that can be used at most ATMs. They have 24/7 customer service, which I really like because, obviously all the banks that I kind of listed are virtual banks. I don't know if that's the right term, but they don't have a physical bank that you can walk into and speak to someone. So anytime that I did have a question about my account or just wasn't fully clear on something, I would be able to call any time of the night, girl, and I would get somebody on the phone. They would answer my questions and just kind of reassure me. So I thought that was a really good plus. And like I said, I did hours and hours and hours, days and days of research because it's my hard-earned money, so I don't want to just throw it into any old bank. And this was the one that I landed on. It's the best one in my opinion. My cousin, who also works in finance, did days of research as well, and she landed on the same option. And I noticed that this bank is also mentioned in a lot of other high yield savings account videos that I have seen. So not getting commission or anything, I just want to let you guys know what the best of the best is out there. And if you were to ask me, I feel like it's UFB Direct. That's all I'm saying. They also have a really good track record. I will insert the graph here that just shows their history. There hasn't been much fluctuation. I'm kind of disappointed that we're down to 5.15%, but one thing about it, will always be over 5%. I will never be signing up for an account that's paying less than 5% interest. I've had my high yield savings account with UFB Direct for 3 months now. I have received 3 double-digit interest payments, which I love because I do nothing but keep my money there, and it's just accumulating interest. I'm seeing my total savings go up every month, and it's just such a great feeling. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a high yield savings account. I feel like most people have, a few dollars to their name, but they settle for whatever savings account their bank offers, which, girl, most mainstream banks are paying 0.0000001% interest. That's literally pennies a year. Meanwhile, just shifting to a high yield savings account, you could be getting double digits, maybe even triple digits, depending on how much money you got in the bank. But yeah, you could be getting so much money back each month, not even per year. Each month, you could be getting double, triple digit money coming back just by keeping your money in that account. When I first started to hear about high yield savings account, I was just like, oh no, this is too overwhelming. I don't know how these work. I cannot. Hopefully this video made it easier for you because I told you what I was looking for in a high yield savings account, the best 5 that are out there, how they work, how they pay out interest, things like that. If you have any questions, please comment down below and let me know so I can help you through this. But I just want us to be in the best financial position that we can possibly be all 2024 and for the rest of our lives. So I hope you guys actually take into consideration what I mentioned in this video. And if you watch my How I Saved $10,000 video, go watch it. I'll link it up here again so that you can go tune in. But that 100 envelope challenge that I mentioned in that video, I'm doing it again, but this time I'm doing it with my high yield savings account. So instead of physically stuffing cash into envelopes, I am just transferring money straight to my high yield savings account so that I can capitalize on that interest immediately. Yeah. So I still have my 100 envelope challenge sheet that I printed out. I'm still filling 2 envelopes a week. I'm still highlighting and everything, but I'm just transferring it straight into my account versus getting the cash out and stuffing into envelopes because there's interest on the table, okay? We need all the free money that these banks are dishing out. So if you're considering doing the 100 envelope challenge, I would recommend still doing it in cash just for the first time. But for the next time, I recommend definitely just transferring the money straight into your savings account so that, like I said, we can capitalize on that interest immediately. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it, even though I know what I'm talking about. But do your own research just to feel fully confident when you're choosing your high yield savings account. I bet you'll find a lot of the banks that I mentioned in this video as well. But just please don't settle for less than 5%. Please. Okay, so that pretty much concludes today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions, anything finance related, or if you want to see any other videos. Please let me know. Don't hesitate, and make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to be notified every time I upload because we post quality content on this channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.